NYC, NYC.
And you already know how it go, man. You could bite the style, but you might break your teeth, Nooka. Yo, we live and we direct. You already know how it go, part 2. And right here, we going to let the guests introduce themselves.
What's good, world? It's the kid, so Whidbee, coming from Brooklyn, New York, you know, but I hell out of San Diego, California, feel me?
Listen, catching flights.
Brooklyn is in the building. San Diego is in the building.
Big up.
Only place to be right now.
So Whidbee.
So,
Where you got the name from?
it's actually my government last name, you know. I chose the name because technically it's a slave name and my family was ashamed of it. And I was like, I might as well take my last name and bring like some clout to it to make them like be proud of be a Whidbee, you know.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire.
That's kind of fire.
Exactly. We all can't be like Al Capone, Noriega, you know. Shout out my nigga Nori.
That's
I'm
a
just
good
saying.
point, though. That's a good point. That's
Yeah.
a good point. That's a good
You
point.
know.
I like that. That's dope. That's dope. So, talk about the move to Cali. What took you to the West Coast?
Man, I was, you know how it is in New York, just fucking running wild, not giving a fuck. And then one day, you know, high school, about to graduate, and everybody like, you're gonna go to jail, you know, basically, you're either gonna go to jail or die. And the Marine Corps, like, they came to basically get people to join. And then one day, the guy was like, yo, how much you making? And I'm like, shit, $5. you know? So he was like, yo, I make 30,000. I'm like, damn, like back then, 30,000 was a lot.
That's bread, right?
So I didn't have nothing going on, so I just signed up, left, and then I ended up in California, and that's how I got out there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So it ended up working out. Something that may have been just a move on the whim, I would say, ended up turning into a real place. So how long you been in Cali? How long you been on the West Coast?
Shit, like 18 years now.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
You got your
Long
feet
ass
wet.
goddamn
Exactly,
time.
yeah.
You in the West Coast.
Yeah, like California taught me like to be humble and like laid back, like enjoy life. You know, New York is like, wow, you just
Wow,
running
wow,
and running,
yeah.
getting the money. And in California, it teaches you to enjoy life and just live.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a major key.
Yeah.
That's a major key.
Definitely me. So what made you get into rap? What made you wanted to be a rap artist from?
I wouldn't say I wanted to be a rapper. I would say it chose me because, you know, in the black community, we don't go to like psychiatrists and stuff like that. And the music was like a way of me like relieving stress. And like everything I was talking about, I was going through. And then once people was like, oh, I relate to that. And I was like, damn, like, I'm not the only person going through that. So then I was like, that's what like fueled me to keep going. But before that, I thought about like being a DJ, like, cause you know, me and this fool, we used to battle in the Bronx.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
yo, break down the
Hell
science.
Yeah. Not like every
Richie the
Friday-
rapper? Hold on.
Nah, I wasn't a rapper. We was DJing.
Yeah,
Oh.
DJ.
Yo,
Yeah.
I've never heard this,
Never heard
B.
that.
I never. What was Richie DJ name?
Shit, I don't even know.
Nah, damn it. Nah. All right.
Nah, like
Damn.
we would have the whole block so lit, it was crazy. And we
Yo, that's fire.
Yeah.
Where was the set? Where was the jam at? Where's the park jam at?
We was in our apartment building,
Exactly.
from window to window.
Yeah, just killed
Okay.
He had his studio. He had not a studio. He had his stereo, and I had my stereo. And like we'll play different music, see what sound better, what music sound better and shit. Like we'll battle and shit like that.
Yo, that's
Yeah.
crack.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we did that.
So that's where my love for music started right there.
That's crack. Yeah, I like that. That's dope, man.
Used to kill us.
Cause that's real hip hop shit, man.
Yeah.
Niggas don't remember about back in the day, like you said, cracking that window, you know what I'm saying, going back and forth with the
Right.
tunes
Yeah,
and all that,
exactly.
man. That's hip hop. That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. So,
But I won all the time, just to let you know.
oh,
Just to put that out there like that. I gotta put that out
Sidebar.
You hear this, right?
sidebar.
there. He won sometimes, but yeah, I think I won. I think I won most of the time.
We'll let you live. I'll let you live with that.
So boom, where hip hop is at today, right? Would you say your music falls in line with the young littles, the little this one and the young that one, or would you say you kind of carving your own lane in the game right now?
I would say I'm carving my own lane because, like, right now, even on the West Coast, niggas is mad because I'm an East Coast guy, but I'm on the West Coast, and they consider me a West Coast artist, and they don't like that. But the fact is that because I was in the military, I was exposed to all different types of, like, rap, like from New York, Jersey, Florida, Atlanta, Houston, Cali, Chicago, the Bay Area. So, like, my sound is like a mixture of a melting pot.
Eclectic.
Yeah.
That's a lot of states right there.
Hell
man.
yeah.
That's a lot of states.
But when you pushing music, that's what's up because
Right.
now everywhere you go, niggas is checking for your work.
Exactly.
Right.
Yo,
Yeah.
what's the new situation? What's going on? So that's a beautiful thing.
Exactly.
Yo, when it comes down to it, I'm gonna steal Richie shit.
All right.
Who is your top 5?
All right. My top 5. First, we gotta take out Jay, Big, and Pop because they like legends no matter what.
That's easy
They're like
money,
gods. My number 1, DMX. Cam. Wayne. Ice Cube.
And then your last one, your 5, and I always tell everybody this. When you name your number 5, he got it. Like, I feel number 5 is better than number 1.
All right.
Because number 5 is the last person, and they gotta be, I don't know. It's just your opinion, but what's your number 5?
Can it be a group?
Nah, it gotta be one person.
50 Cent. Because when he came out, he changed the game.
That's actually a good one.
That
That's
is a
one I
good
never
one.
heard. I never heard
Yeah,
50 in the
nobody
top
ain't never
5,
say
but
50.
that's
Nobody
a
ain't
good
never
one.
put 50
That's a
up
good
there.
one.
That's a good
That's
one.
a good one.
And then you wanted to the number 5 when you say 50 Cent, that his impact to the game.
Exactly.
Crazy. And even longevity, because even now, he just
Right.
caught a new deal with Stars for Power spinoffs.
Yeah.
Right.
So
exactly.
and he's still winning. He's still winning. So 50 that's a crazy 5.
Let me ask you a question. Who's your top 5?
Oh man, so my top 5 got to be definitely Jada as number 1.
All right.
That's just my favorite rapper, so that's just how that goes. Well, damn, I had that. But fucking yeah, Lovely Entertainment. Go run down on niggas. Shout out to Lovely Entertainment. She about to run down. But Jada Kiss is my favorite rapper, so that's number 1. Then we're not using J, Pac, and Big, right?
Yeah.
So Jada, Cam for sure, definitely Cam. Definitely got to be Project Pat. That's just one of my favorite rappers. That's 3. Definitely J. Cole. J. Cole throwing a new guy to make sure I get an old guy, a new guy, my favorite guy. That's 4. And then one more. Best rapper. I'm not gonna lie, that boy B.O.B. If you
Like
really sit
B.O.B.?
down and listen to, man, yo,
I gotta
B.O.B.
sit back. Yeah, I gotta sit
is
back and listen
very
to that.
different. Very different. So my top 5 is a little different than the average, but I definitely listen for bars. What's the word I'm looking for? Content.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
J. Cole.
I threw J. Cole in my top 5. Yeah, he was for my new guys. You know, the new guys. You know what I'm saying? Rich, what's his top 5, man? Talk about it.
Oh man, you already know who's my number 1 rapper.
P Money.
Prodigy. Prodigy. We got I like Styles P.
Styles, yeah. Styles is honorable
3.
mention.
Number 3, I gotta go with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's
Number
a good one.
4, I gotta go with. I'm gonna take somebody from the new generation.
Yeah, you gotta throw a new guy in there. It's only right.
My new, Kendrick Lamar.
K. Dot,
And
yeah.
number 5, my last one. Damn,
Lil
I don't listen to no
Baby.
damn.
He's on fire, but
Man, I don't know about
It
top
gotta
5.
be
right
yeah,
now.
we
It
talking
gotta be
hip hop.
Yeah.
It gotta
We
be Lloyd
talking
Banks.
hip hop.
Yeah.
Lloyd Banks.
Lil Baby's on fire though. Don't get it twisted. Lil Baby's on fire.
I take Lloyd Banks.
Ooh, that's a
Take
good
Lloyd
one.
Banks.
Cause that's a bar guard right there. That's a
Yeah.
bar guard.
Lloyd.
All right.
Yeah, I'll take Lloyd Banks.
Yeah.
Lloyd Banks is the ball guard.
PLK.
Who?
PLK. Lloyd
Yeah.
Banks.
Oh,
Yeah.
Punchline
Yeah.
King.
Yeah.
So what new projects you working on right now?
Right.
I just dropped Free Sounds, and then I'm working on Canary Denim. That's gonna drop like February.
Canary denim?
Yeah. What's the meaning behind that?
That's hard.
Uh,
It sounds expensive. It
Yeah,
sounds like
I know.
it sounds like I can't
Expensive,
afford it already.
yeah.
Like canary denim. Like I
Expensive
feel like I can't
taste.
afford it. Yeah.
it's progression, like
Talk about
the
it.
part that I got Canary from is that I had a Canary gold chain,
Right.
and that's when I was just running the street.
I was about to say that's throwback New
Yeah.
York shit. Yeah.
And I had to sell it because, like, my mother, she was into the drugs and stuff. So
Understood,
I had to
okay.
feed the family. And then denim, it's like expensive fabric, stuff like that. Like, when I be looking at stuff overseas and people be worried about, like, Gucci and stuff, and I'll be like, let's go to the Gucci store over there. And they be like, oh, I can't afford it. Then you really ain't on that level, So that's why I put Canary Denim's, like, progression from when I had nothing to now,
That's
That's
dope.
that's
Nah, I appreciate
That's
that.
dope.
Yeah, that's dope.
dope.
Canary denim is
And we
hard.
ain't even hear that. We never heard
The
no
project,
shit like that.
nah, not at all.
That's dope.
Not at all.
That's
Canary
definitely dope.
denim, that's hard. Canaries are yellow?
Yes.
Ah, yeah, I was just in smack shot. I just started thinking
He
about
know
canaries.
his face. He know the colors and all that. I hear
Yeah.
that.
That's
Keep
what
up
it
with
is.
you,
Oh, don't
Nigga.
keep on trying to keep up with me,
Nah.
man. I ain't the person to keep up, but I like that. I like what you're working on. Now let's talk about Yup Yup. What was the thought process of making that song Yup Yup?
When I did Yup Yup, I was like, everybody already mad that I'm labeled a West Coast rapper. I'm from Brooklyn and the Bronx. And then I was like, everybody always talking about all the new kids, the little pumps, the little yachties,
Right,
blah, blah, blah,
right.
they can't rap. And then when I come out with my music, they were like, oh, you sound too much East Coast. So I was like, I want to bring it back to the 90s, but then let me take a West Coast artist that see if they can really spit. Because, a lot of people be like, West Coast artists can't spit. So I found actually a person that could spit, and then that's when I got the Yup Yup, because that's his trademark. Like after everything, like when we say on God or we say on blood, he says Yup Yup.
Oh,
And that's why I put him on there.
About to get some sour? Yup, yup.
Yeah, he's got the best butt out there, too.
Exactly.
Oh, that's for damn sure. You smoke?
For
No,
sure.
I don't smoke. I'm
Oh, okay.
alky and drinks.
You sound just an alky.
Exactly.
I ain't mad at you, King. I ain't mad at you, King, man. So, being a New York dude in Cali, I'm sure by now you've adjusted to the West Coast way, the laid back vibes. But what's some of the things you miss from New York? Like, you ever wake up and be like, damn, I want to chop cheese. I want to bacon, egg, and cheese right now. Like,
I'm gonna be straightforward. Like I had asked Gunna when he was here, like how you deal with the bullshit. The one thing I miss, like over there in California, people like to run their mouth, and then when you fuck them up, they call the cops. But in New York, we throw down no matter what.
yeah, you take your ass whooping and go home.
Exactly. So that's the one thing I miss. But as far as like foods, Chinese food, chicken wings and French fries.
They don't got good Chinese food out there?
They do, but it's like from their country.
They don't
It's
got
not
that
like-
grease.
Yeah.
Real
They don't got
Chinese
it.
food.
The real Chinese. They don't got that grease into it.
Yeah.
Nah, I need that fake Chinese food.
Yeah, I need that grease in it.
Yeah, I need
Exactly.
that. I need that. The dirtier the Chinese food spot, the better.
Yeah, but like
It's a fact.
over there, if a white
Fact.
person recommends a restaurant, you don't go to that shit. They don't have no flavor. Nothing.
Of course not.
You know.
Especially San Jose, man. I want to go to San Jose just to eat seafood, man. Just to go out there and indulge in the fucking seafood. Crabs this, lobster that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I respect it. So boom. When it comes down to indie and labels, so right now you're doing the indie wave, which I respect because all the checks come to you. Which shit, that only makes sense to me.
Exactly.
But if you could make your own, what we like to call like magic deal, like when you go on a label, you tell them, yo, this is my deal, this is my terms, it is what it is. Would you prefer that or to keep your indie grind?
Somebody asked me that question before too.
Right.
And I'm not even gonna lie. They was asking me who would I sign to, and I was like, I'm not signing to nobody. I would do a partnership, but I was saying that I wouldn't want to do a partnership with T.I. because I saw the way like how he did with Iggy until she messed it up. And I
Yep.
was like, he's always behind you, his artist, no matter what.
Yep.
So like he could get me in certain doors that I can't get in myself.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
And that's an interesting pick right there. That's an interesting pick. That's definitely an interesting
Definitely.
pick. because you know, you from New York, you went to the West Coast. T.I.'s a South guy, but then again, that's a smart pick because now you touching all markets.
All markets.
You've already
right?
been in New York. You got the West now, and you go grab the
South.
South guy. Yeah, like
got it all together.
yeah, he's just grabbing all markets type shit.
You gotta think smart.
I ain't mad at that. So yo, where can the people fuck with you and spend that fucking bag?
Always. They can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter at Whidbee. Right now I'm putting together the Fremont website, www.fremont.com. But
Who mine? He locked up?
Nah, man, Fremont.
Oh, I thought he said Fremont, like Free Lamont. Like, you feel me? Like, yo, free my nigga Lamont. You know what I'm saying? We put together the website right now. Free my nigga Lamont. I was like, oh, shit, all right. Free Lamont, my nigga.
Free Lamont, wherever you at.
But Fremont is just as hard, if not harder. That's what's up. Free thinking. So you like Kanye with the free thinking? Like,
You can't stand Kanye.
Can't stand him
oh,
no more.
good.
Yeah.
Good.
He
Good
like-
to hear. Good to hear.
Every
Why you
since-
can't stand him? Why you can't stand him?
Ever since he got with that family, you know, it just messed him up.
Yeah, right? That shit is
Exactly.
bananas.
Mhm.
That shit's bananas. It just came out that on Twitter.
Kanye, I still like you, so don't worry about it.
No, I still love Kanye. Musically, he's a genius. But
I don't love anybody that's gonna put out stuff that's gonna like blind black people.
that's an OG for you.
Exactly. Like,
It's like I can't fuck with that at all.
Yeah.
Period. I respect it.
Mm-hmm.
I respect it. He said Kim K was on ecstasy in the sex video. He put out a bunch of tweets over the last like 48 hours about how Drake is sending threats at his life. Drake is sending killers to his door. Drake is threatening his kids. The sex tape with Kim K, she was off the E-pills. Like, he put out a bunch of crazy shit.
Yeah, that nigga crazy.
In the last 48 hours. But shouts out to Ye.
Yeah,
Shouts out to you, Ye. You know what I'm saying? You know, whatever you got going on is with you. But we here with Whid, man. So fuck all that right now. You heard? So you spoke about the project. I want you to speak about, you know, moving around. And, you know, I see, you know, we know you got your lady, but just moving around in this industry and all this thottery and hoisms that's going on out here, deaf to all of them, you know what I'm saying? But how do you move around in this industry and getting work done, you know, and respecting home? Because we all need a strong woman at home to keep us stable, you know what I'm saying? But these friggin' hoeries, fucking crazies be popping out the woodwork. So, you know, how do you manage to, you know, dip and dodge and be like, yo, listen, I'm good.
Exactly. Nah, like before I met my girl, I was always like running wild, and I got bored, and I used to think, if you say you're a king, you want to be a millionaire, a billionaire, whatever, right? Pussy is worthless. You can find any bad bitch, pick anyone you want, Rihanna, Rita Ora, Kim Kardashian. You put a certain amount of money on the table, she'll fuck you. But that money don't mean nothing to you.
Believe it.
But that's supposed to be the prized possession to a female, right? But it's not. That's why I say, like, if you don't have the same mindset as me, I won't even conversate with you. I'll tell you straight up, get out my face. I don't have nothing.
That's right.
Go talk to somebody that's desperate, that's trying to fuck you, because I'm not trying to fuck you. You have to prove your worth to me.
So that means you eat ass?
No, I don't eat no ass.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Yo, that's a Church of Tuesday question, man. That's just what we ask around here, man.
I
I try to throw it in there real quick, try to throw the layup real
Oh,
quick. He
shit.
says, so that's a negatory. That's a negatory.
Yeah, he had to take a sip on
Negatory on
that.
the chocolate fruit. No chocolate fruit.
No chocolate fruit?
Nah.
All right, just making sure.
TUT podcast, man. You already know how we do it, how we give it up. If you bite the style, you might break your teeth, my nigga. So be careful.
Yeah, they eating ass over here.
Oh,
Richie eat
man.
ass.
Nah, yo, no,
Richie eats ass.
Yo, it's not about me.
It's not about me.
It's not about me.
Great fucking
I hear
answer.
you.
He's media now. He's
Yeah.
learning.
Yeah.
He's
I
media.
hear you.
He's media. He said this interview is not about me. I'm just here. I'm a host.
I'm here.
I'm a host.
I'm here.
Yeah, see over there.
Yo, Whid.
Yeah.
With these last couple minutes,
All
big
right.
bro. Big bro, please let us know. You spoke about the next project, but is there anything that the people need to be involved with? Like, where's the movement? How can the people, not only with the bag, because spending money is important, but how can the people get with the movement? You know what I'm saying? What can people do to really support you? A follow is cool. Likes is cool.
Yeah.
But what can the people do to really lock in with the movement and really show that they support what the fuck you do, man?
Doing right.
Yeah.
I would say support podcasts like this, because without podcasts like this, you'll never see rappers like me, Gunna up on here, because they're not promoting our type of rap. So
Right. Salute to that.
you got to be real with
That's
it.
an OG. That's an OG. He gonna take his moment in the spotlight and pass it off. Cause you could have just talked about, whatever that would have made you bread.
Yeah.
But the big homie said, nah, at the end of the day, support guys that are supporting guys
Exactly.
like me.
Exactly. That's how you got to do
I respect
it.
that, man. I respect that, man. Yo, that's a beautiful thing because, and I ain't gonna blame it all on the white man, but at the end of the day, we kind of been programmed to hate each other.
Yeah.
Right.
And with that, whenever we see another man getting money or maybe a little more successful than us, whatever we deem success to be,
Yeah.
we tend to just hate on that man versus pulling up being like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Can I get down with
Yeah.
you? Get down? You know what I'm saying? So is it any brothers along your journey that kind of, and I'm not going to say showed you the way because it takes each man to figure it out his own way, but that inspired you to get on this road, that inspired you to stay on this road, that inspired you to keep fighting because it's not easy to be independent. It's not easy to book your own flights and pop out in the city, pop out in Cali. It's not easy. It takes money, time, and space. So just speak to some of those guys that inspired you to be like, nah, you know what? If these niggas could do this shit, fuck it. I damn well can too.
You're right about that. Now, in the beginning, we come from the land of the hustlers, the riders, stuff like that, but it's going to be shocking. I'll say the first one was Master P, because I was like, how can you do everything on your own? How can you finance everything?
For yourself.
How can you finance everything on your own without having any hookups and stuff like that? So I was like, that'd be my number one. But as far as like right now, Nipsey, my nigga Big June, Loose, fucking Jay. Yeah, they crazy.
Yeah, shout out to Street Legacy.
Look at this.
You already know, man. But Nipsey, go ahead. No, I'm listening. I'm with you. I'm locked in like 100%. I'm locked in like Stockton. Yo, salute Street Legacy walked in the building. Salute Mo just walked in the building. Oh shit. Alright, D-salute Mo is going down. You know what I'm saying? But you already know, man. Talk about it. Nipsey Hussle. Who else? Yo, salute. No, talk your shit. Don't get distracted. Go ahead. Don't get distracted.
What happened?
Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey, my nigga Big June, Loose,
No, she said that.
Jay,
Yeah, I
you
know
of
the
course. Yeah, you know them, like my core.
That's what's up.
Exactly. So
Yo, shouts out, man. Shouts out to Whid, man. First of all, for making the power moves that you made because it shows the younger brothers that's coming up behind you.
Right.
And yo, you don't need nobody behind you. You don't need nobody's bag. You can do this shit on your fucking own and connect these dots because when I went to go look for your music, it's plenty of fucking music. It's plenty of fucking, you working. Put it like fucking that. You working, you know what I'm saying? So, do you think going to Cali, because New York is the mecca of hip hop, music, all that dumb shit. Do you think going to Cali kind of opened up different lanes as far as the access to artists and different sounds and things of that nature?
no, not really, because
It was a
like
work ethic.
it has to work. I have to work because like I said, they hating because I'm from the East Coast. So instead of be like, oh, they don't like me, blah blah blah. Nah, I crushed them. Just keep putting it out, and then eventually their fans gonna be my fans. Like
Salute.
either you're gonna get on boat or you're gonna drown. Nah, I'm not playing with them.
Salute. Yo, I'm not mad at that at all, man, because it's just another New York guy going OT, taking over, and that's what the
Exactly.
fuck we do.
That's how you
Go
supposed to do
OT, lay it down, take over the town, and
Exactly.
come back with the motherfucking bag.
Yeah.
Yo, Rich, what you got before we get up out of here, B?
Let's talk about you eating ass, though.
Yo,
Rich definitely eat
I
ass.
just told you,
Definitely
I don't
eats
got no
ass.
answer. I plead the fifth to that, you know?
Yeah.
I don't got no answer to
I
that,
hear you.
you know? We asked you. Nah, I don't
Don't
eat
worry,
ass.
Whit.
Look,
He
look,
eats ass.
listen. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Cito, bring
But-
up last week's episode, please.
Oh man.
Tito looked over like, word? That's a fact.
Yeah. Go to the Samsung music thing. It's like a
Shouts
music
out to
note.
Lovely Entertainment, man. Connecting those
Yeah,
dots.
Sharice
making it
getting
happen.
on my nerves right now, but we ain't gonna say nothing. But we got
Shouts
Whidbee up in
out.
the building. Shout outs to Whidbee. Shout outs to Lovely Entertainment. Shout out to Fremont. Shout out to San Diego.
Exactly.
Shout out to Brooklyn.
Exactly.
Shouts
Say
out
it,
to
say it
Brooklyn.
again for me.
What?
Say it again.
Shout out to Brooklyn.
That's right.
Shout out to San
Whit-
Diego.
Whidbee. No, Whidbee.
Yeah,
That's
no.
Richard. Yo, shout out to Lovely Entertainment. She don't even know who we are.
I know.
She don't even know who we are.
I'm just
She don't know who we are. This is
And,
Whidbee.
and Matt, when you
Introducing
see this
Whidbee.
episode, Big Dog, we in the building.
Run down.
All right, Big Dog. Matt, we in the building, Matt. We in the building.
Yo,
you see
shouts
Big
out,
Dog.
man. Biggest shouts out. Yo, when it comes down to it, this is Turned Up fucking Tuesday, man. You already know how it go and how we give it up. You can bite the style, but you might break your teeth. And when it comes down to it, it's forever 9-5. All we interested in and all we give a fuck about is artists that are writing their own music, making their own tunes, and coming out with real lyricism, real music. None of this bullshit, sidebar, bullshit, mumble rap. Traca, basura, no good. David no gusto. It's not popping.
Thank you.
You heard? So look, when it come down to it, what we want y'all to do, man, yo, Whit, drop your gram so these fuckheads could go follow you on the gram and fuck with you. They like that shit. They like that.
Instagram at So Whidbee.
Shouts out to Juicy Juice, my nigga. I'm gonna drop the DM later, but y'all niggas, yeah. Oh, Sharice ain't even finished. Sharice, you see my cup, nigga? It's lit. Whidbee, drop your gram, brother.
Again, at So Whidbee, SOWHIDBEE. Follow me for that real shit. You
And that's
feel
a
me?
unique handle. Nobody's gonna jack that. Nobody's gonna steal that, yo.
Yeah, I ain't trying to be like nobody else.
You can't be. You too fire for that, Whit. Fuck with her. So, yo, we gonna get into these tunes. It's Turned Up Tuesday. We gonna ride out to the tunes. Yo, Whit, anything you wanna drop on the people before we get up out of here? Any shout outs, anything like that?
Like I said, follow the podcast Turn Up Tuesday. So hey, you know, we over here
Alcoholic.
talking that shit. My nigga Rich. Thank you, man. Exactly.
You already know. Whenever you got time, whenever you got new music, please